right, we're back. I tried it this time around.
Easter egg.
Yeah. So,
DOA.
Yep. DOA. So, DOA was interesting. I wrestled a couple times for another promotion that a lot of these guys left and branched off and made DOA for, and it was a shit show. So when Frank disbanded, I remember you calling me up saying you should really come to DOA. I was like, yeah, I don't want to. That's like NWA to do. It's like NWA. That's gonna fold. And I'm glad I'm wrong.
I ended up
having they're still around and having a time of my life on many occasions with them.
Mm-hmm.
You did have a very Jason Sullivan, the booker, very open with what you want to do as long as you stayed within what he wanted you to do.
Yeah, I mean, there were times that I'd message Jason, whether I called him or whatever, like, hey, what do you think of this? And he'd go, cool, go for it. All right. It was that easy.
Yeah, it's that easy. And it's, Jay realized that probably two things. That one, the more they always do that, it's actually good. The less time he's got to spend come up with all this shit. So that was brilliant on his part. But we went down the line a few years into that. So we go ahead and get into your
my run there.
Your run there and your retirement up to your retirement there.
So off and on with WC, always with DOA. As a wrestler, part of the franchise players because I disbanded the American Idols back at WC. Franchise was me, Cedric the Hitman, and Dr. Cleaver. We were tag title holders a couple times, by the way. It's all a gimmick, just FYI. It's a saying. And went there, and I just like going to DOA because it was a fun place. And like you said, with Sully, I could kind of do whatever I wanted. I'd say, hey, what do you think about me and Ricky working a program and at the end having a Loser Eats dog food match? All right, cool. Okay, what about this? What about that? Okay, cool. And I think Jay just liked the fact that, he didn't have to think about it. I'd throw stuff at him and he'd do it, and he knew I didn't give a shit one way or another whether I won or lost. I was just having fun, and if the crowd popped at the end, I didn't care. That was all that counted was they popped, they got what they wanted, I'll go back to back. I get paid the same either way. But I, excuse me, was there for a couple years. I don't know exactly how many because I don't remember when it started, but it started at Rock and Roll Pizza. Went to, where'd I go from Rock and Roll Pizza?
Annex.
Went to the Annex on Beaver Creek Road, and then it went
The
to
Boys and Girls Club in
University Park, and then
some fucking.
No, it was University Park because the Chamau Indian School, that was WC.
No, but remember it was right next to the old House of Action. So it was on.
That was
Chimera Street or something like that.
Right, that was University Park, the community center.
Yeah.
There and blah blah blah. Went around quite a few times, and April of 2010, I got diagnosed with transient global amnesia, which go look it up. It sounds like a complete gimmick, but it's not. So my brain shut down for a day. My body's still working, but my brain shut down, and I ended up. They were saying I'm going to get concussions and whatever, and I ended up getting a concussion in April, and then another concussion in October. Working Dr. Cleaver after we disbanded. Boom, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember you telling me you lost like 2 weeks of your life.
No, I lost about a full day and a half. I remember the morning of, and then I went to training, and then I was in the hospital, and that was from like 9 a.m. to midnight.
Fuck.
I don't remember anything.
That's scary shit. So that's scary shit, and so at that point in time, it was sad. And then, but Portland Wrestling Uncut came about.
Yep.
And that was crazy time. The Roddy Piper was involved, and they were doing the first thing that just deterred me. Now, as much as it was exciting that Roddy Piper's there, the most exciting thing was it was going to be at the old studio old TV station that Don Owen had, Channel 12,
yep.
But it was going to be in their studios. Now, the studio wrestling I grew up on, I was in Memphis. I moved to Oregon when I was younger, but my cousin and I would trade tapes, and up to that point, the majority of the places were studio.
Yep.
I found it weird that actually Portland wrestling wasn't, but they filmed actually at the venue.
Auditorium, yeah.
That just really, I was really excited. The whole studio, and as a matter of fact, we're WC's still with them. They took over when Portland Wrestling kind of failed, and it only failed for one reason, and that was stupid promoting.
Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed that they didn't bring us back to the studio, but it was a little compact, and
yeah, you cramming 70 people into that tiny studio in a tiny ring.
It was tiny, so it was. But it was that's when you finally got your Portland Wrestling dream come true on that one for Channel.
Sort of.
Well, I mean, rumors were had that you might have put a hood on.
May have.
But definitely you brought what you jumped into directly after wrestling was ring announcing.
Right.
And the biggest thing for you, though, which is so shocking to me, was that you switched over to MMA and you fucking blew up. Which is usually how things do, you know what I mean?
It wasn't a blow up.
Well, you get regularly booked, dude. I mean, you're going places. You're getting put up and paid. I mean, it's. I mean.
But the thing was, and this is gonna sound weird, but I owe my entire announcing career to Bubba, because Bubba Blanchard is the reason that I became an announcer. Because when I was in high school,
he did the games.
Yep, he did the basketball games. He played football, but he did baseball in the summer, and so I mimicked everything he did when I first started. And that's how I became an announcer, because I went, well, I can do this.
Yeah.
I took theater in high school. I played sports, so I became an announcer for wrestling, and I did DOA after I retired. I did Portland Wrestling Uncut. I did Dub C, and then I basically figured, well, there's not a lot of money in pro wrestling, so I'm going to see what there is in MMA. And so I started getting booked on MMA shows to do announcing for MMA, and now I announce MMA, pro boxing, pro wrestling,
It's fucking great,
book me, pay me, man. That's all it is.
But that's just, to me, it was just like some of the stuff that you're telling me about, and it's like, boy, it's so strange. It's like that kid that played 1 year of high school football, next year he's in the pros, and he's not even playing the same fucking position that he started off with. He's playing defense instead of fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a road that's weird that you travel upon, and it just takes you to a different spot, and how you get there, it doesn't matter. It's just it's what happens when you get there, and that's it's crazy. So him and I have had history. I mean, beforehand, we didn't get into it, but I met him when he was. I mean, you had to have been fucking seven or 8. Yeah, at the
River Road Park.
River Road Park. I was in high school. They had these
8-foot hoops.
These 8-foot hoops that went this way and 9-foot hoops that went this way, and games were thick, man. Let me tell you. And so I remember him shooting on the 8s when we were playing on the 9s, and
remember this?
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild as soon as it's hit. We were like, "What the fuck?" And it was hilarious, but we all. But it's funny things. Little did he knows that became a running joke in our hallways. The crowd goes wild, just doing that. The fucking kid didn't even know, but
that's right.
It was hilarious.
I was over in high school when I was in elementary school.
So it's just kind of crazy how our lives are always intertwined with each other, and so. Better part of fucking 30 years we've known each other, and so it's neat that we've had, and I mean, we still have things in the works. I mean, we're trying to fiddle around with this new little internet shows. We got some things in the works. We got some projects in the works. Every now and then we throw in, a couple things here and there, and so.
Little Hey-Yo, little J Fox.
Little Hey-Yo, little warm man, old man, he's in a warm bath. Yep. But, I mean, it's neither here nor there, and you might see some of our stuff coming up here, maybe.
Maybe.
Depends, so.
Trying to get it to take off.
Trying to shop it to people, see if it works.
Yeah.
But we've been told it might not, but, because,
Well, yeah, Chad said we'd get like 10 views, right?
10 views for over 100,000 views.
Yeah, I got
segment. So.
I need to.
I would, dude. I would screenshot that. And, I mean, no one wants to watch gay Japanese wrestling. Yeah, only 100,000 people.
100,000.
What is it?
That episode happens to have right around 875,000.
Yeah, so
over 750,000.
Yeah, so
whatever.
You're wrong, buddy. Yeah. But no, so we're gonna close this here.
Yeah, so that's basically my career from beginning to end, where Jay is intertwined within my career in pro wrestling.
Definitely. We definitely helped each other out along the way. I mean, he got me on a job at PMPW, introducing me as introducing him. I mean, I'm sure I could have easily gotten in the door, but he made it, he paved the way a lot easier. He was here working while I was gone. And tried with Frank, but I was happy that I could get his foot in the door with Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
And having one was whether or not be a full-time wrestler, but having he was. I mean, you got more TV time than you would have if you were just a regular wrestler.
Probably.
And you're announcing every time you came back to commercial, it was you.
Yep.
So
and that ugly fucking suit.
Pretty. Yeah. It was pretty cool though. So hey, thanks for listening to Wash Up Jabroni like myself. This is Real Talk. If you like what you saw, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Like.
Thumbs
share
up the video. Share the video. Subscribe
absolutely.
to the video.
Help me out here.
I got you.
All right.
This is Real Talk with Suge Whyte. Let me go the announcer voice. This is Real Talk with Suge Whyte. Make sure you thumbs up his videos, subscribe to his channel, and share his videos. For G-Shock, that's Suge Whyte, and we're out of here.
Hey, yo.